Welcome to day one of happiness. Now, this is a really simple and straightforward, easy to learn visualization technique, which I'll guide you through as we go. But as much as it's about learning the technique, it's also about understanding the supports for happiness. Obviously, I'm not talking about the kind of happiness which necessarily leaves us with a smile on our face. It may be sometimes, but not always. It's more about an underlying sense of contentment, fulfillment, and satisfaction in life. And as long as those supports are there, both internally and externally, then we can expect to experience a lot more happiness in our life. And this particular technique will just help to support that. So just take a moment or two to get comfortable on the chair, eyes open, a nice soft focus with the eyes, aware of the space around you. And when you're ready, you can begin the exercise with some nice big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you exhale, the next time, just gently closing the eyes, just allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm in and out through the nose. As you just start to become more aware of the weight of the body, physical sensations and the points of contact, body on the chair, on the floor, soles of the feet on the floor or the hands on the legs. And just starting to notice any sounds as well, both those very close by and those a little further away. And as you just bring the attention back to the body now, just checking in to notice how the body feels right now. Whether there's a general sense of lightness or heaviness in the body. A general sense of stillness or agitation. And the easiest way to get a clearer picture of how the body feels is just to scan down from head to toe. Take about the next 30 seconds or so, Just noticing which parts of the body feel comfortable, what feels uncomfortable. And as you're doing this, maybe just starting to get a sense of the general sort of mood of the mind, if you like. And then before moving on to the visualization, just taking a moment now just to be clear about why you're doing this exercise today. Especially around happiness, the motivation can sometimes be very self-interested, self-focused, but you'll find the exercise far more effective, far more enjoyable if there's an awareness of how it can benefit those around you as well as yourself. So just starting to notice the breath now, rising and falling sensation. Just noticing where in the body you feel it most clearly. And also just noticing the general rhythm of the breath. So just continuing to follow the breath in that way. You don't need to count the breaths, just noticing how each breath perhaps just slightly different from the last. And as you just relax the focus on the breath, just like to imagine a pinprick of light appearing in the middle of the body, in the middle of the chest. And it's as though this pinprick of light, it's like a speck of sunlight, very bright, very clear. But within it is the potential for that sense of contentment, fulfillment that we're looking for in life. And it's as though on its own it just begins to expand outwards. And that it expands in every direction. Bringing with it a sense of ease, sense of play, of enjoyment. Continues to spread outwards in every direction, leaving the body feeling very spacious, very light. Just continue to watch that in the mind as it fills the entire body. Remember, the moment you realize the mind's wandered off, no problem, but as soon as you realize it has, just bringing the attention back to the breath, noticing that feeling, that quality of spaciousness and appreciation in the mind. And even when it reaches the boundaries of the body, now it continues to expand. So it goes beyond, past the body, to the space around you. And you just imagine it getting wider and wider, further and further away, until the mind really can't even imagine it getting any further, any bigger, any more spacious. And in that moment, just letting go of any focus of the breath or of that image, and just letting the mind be free. And now just bringing the attention back to the body, back to that feeling of weight in the body, feet on the floor, hands on the legs. Just starting to notice any sounds, again, any strong smells maybe. As you just gently open the eyes, and just with that sense that very smooth transition, still aware of how you feel, aware of the intention to carry that same quality of awareness, of happiness through the day today. And as you just sit back and maybe take a stretch, obviously over the next 10 days, we'll develop this exercise, we'll expand it, and also look to give it a little more feeling. It's quite normal with a new exercise, a new visualization, maybe for it to feel a little mechanical or contrived for some people. But you'll find after a few days that you really start to remind yourself of that underlying feeling of happiness, and it becomes a really enjoyable exercise. But as you go through the day today, just notice what things leave you with a genuine feeling of contentment. Just notice, and we'll pick that up again tomorrow. I'll see you back here then for day 2.